Guys, sorry for the late beginning of the class. Sorry, just kind of trying to take care of myself. Okay, as our regular routine is before we start anything, we have to pray. Guys, uh, sorry for the late beginning of the class. Sorry, just kind of trying to take care of myself. Okay, as our regular routine is
Is
before we
before we
start
start
anything,
anything.
pray. Okay, sorry, the voice was echoing, so I had to rearrange it. So let's pray. For in Jesus' name we pray. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for your love, for your kindness. Thank you for giving us the opportunity and the privilege to be here today. And thank you for giving us the grace to grow to this level of the program. Your name be highly exalted in the name of Jesus. As we continue, pray, continue with us in the name of Jesus. For in Jesus' ever living name we pray. Amen. So today we are going to be talking about some couple of stuff which some persons brought to my attention this week. So we are going to be hosting what we have done so far. We are going to try and see how to host them on maybe on Vaso or anywhere and see how the hosting is done again, just like is a pre-sermon of what we have done before. So we are going to start with the both websites and to see how we'll be able to host the both of them. So that is what we are going to be doing today. Please, if you are hearing me, just indicate that you are hearing me. So I'll be sure that you guys are hearing me. So that is what we are going to be doing today, trying to host what we have done. So let's start with the first one. I will try and host the first one. I will do the responsiveness first and host it. Then we'll host the second one if there is time. We look for the project we are going to start next. And this will be the last CSS HTML project we are going to be doing. The next one you guys will be doing for me will be a practical assessment that you guys will be doing, which I will just give you guys to do your portfolio, just a single page portfolio. Look for any design and just do it, and you'll be able to submit it. So that is what I'll be giving you guys to do next as an assessment. But before then, before we give you guys that assessment, because like I said in the beginning of this program, that it's not just for you guys to come and go. We want to give you guys a hands-on experience program. So you guys will build your portfolio yourself. That is after we are done with the next project we are going to be going into. But what we are going to be doing today is doing the responsiveness of the first class, which we started but we did not complete it last year because of we entered into an error, of which this year I told you guys the error why it was not working. So then we did the second project and we were able to complete it both on the responsiveness aspect. So we are going to go straight into that first class and do the responsiveness and try to host it on Vasu or anywhere you can. If you, well, I taught you guys how to use GitHub page. You can still use GitHub page to host it. So we'll do GitHub page, we'll do Vasu, whichever one that suits you well. You can still use Netlify to host whichever one that suits you well. Fine, it's your choice to take. So let's dive into. Thank you, Toby, for that comment. So let's dive into the first class. So this is the first class that we had. So this is the first class, and you can see this is it. So this is it. So let's run it and see. So you can see how it is. This is the first class. So we want to do the responsiveness. Then once we are done with the responsiveness, we'll go straight into the hosting. So somebody said we did not host the classes just as we started. So it's not good that I teach you guys how to do it and I will not host it for you guys. So I'll host it so that you guys will put in mind that when you are doing your portfolio, you also host it for me. So I will not be saying somebody far that will not work. So where are we now? Let's look at the responsive view. So this is what we have currently, which is not really nice for us. So let's go into the responsive view. Let's see what we can do on the responsiveness. So this is going to go off, go off. So let's do something on the responsive view. So we currently have 1060 pixel responsive view. So this is 93. So I think this is not really good for the. Okay, let's just go. Okay, let's just go like this. You can see that at this junction here is still looking fine. It's still looking fine. At this junction, still looking fine. Still looking fine. As this junction still looking good. You can see it. So let's go one more again. At this junction still looking good. Let's go to 8. Look at this side. This is where I'm looking at. This is the point at this first one. This is where I'm looking at. The 870 now is still good. So let's go to 832 is still good. Now, when talking about responsiveness, put in mind that we are not going, some persons will say they have a general responsive break point. Let me use that word, a general responsive break point. There is no general responsive break point. Let me let you know. That was the mentality we are using before to be the website. That there is a general responsive breakpoint. This is a responsive view for mobile. It is not like that again. Now, put in mind that it depends on what you design. You will be the one to give it a breakpoint, not sorry, I'm having cancer. Sorry. You will be the one to give it a general breakpoint. You can see normally 920 is a breakpoint, but you can see my website does not really need one 920. It's looking good like this. Somebody can still view it and read it, and the person will not this a demarcation. So, but I will use 840 to break it. I prefer to use 840. So let me make here 840. We stopped here. 840. Okay, I think 840 is good for my breakpoints. 840 is good. So let me remove this color and remove this. So 840 is good for me. You can see how it is. So if I go above 840, it's looking good. So you can see it does not really matter. I'm the one picking my breakpoints now, not somebody deciding that this is a general breakpoint. So a person that's using that mentality but is wrong because some website does not really need a breakpoint. Some websites, once you design them, you continue to reduce, you will not get a breakpoint with your screen until you get to maybe 640, depending on how you design the website, depending on the white spaces on the website. So we have 840. So let's see if there will be another breakpoint that we are going to use. We are 550 now, and it's still looking good for me for 550. Let's see, 500. I already added a breakpoint there on 500. So you can see already at my breakpoint at 500. That was last year we started this. So I just wanted to complete the responsiveness because I knew we did not complete it. Now, so we are done with the responsive view. We are done with the responsive view. So let's host it now. So let's go straight into hosting. Let's go straight into hosting. So let me see if there is a GitHub connected to it. If there is none, I'll create a GitHub connect it. So git remote dash v. So there is a GitHub already connected to it. So let me just push that GitHub git push dash u origin develop. Okay, git push. Let me just use git push. Let me see the branches that is there first. Let me check because this is something we did last year. Okay, man. Let me just do git push. I don't really even know the GitHub I used because I knew I created GitHub for this. I knew I created GitHub. So let's just check if the GitHub is at Techpavers GitHub. I knew I created GitHub for this. So I need to sign in. So let's see. Uh, I don't think this is it. So I might not really. So let's check. Let me log out this one. Sign out. Sign in to Joshua HK 2021. I need to make it Joshua. Joshua HK 2021. Nigeria is coming correct password. Yes, it's not signing in. Sure. Joshua HK 2021 at gmail.com. I don't think I could remember the password of this one. Let me try God first. HK421 at gmail.com. And as you guys, let me get my phone. Okay, I think it's not this one. It's not this one either. So it's this one, and I don't really remember the password. Josh Pavers. Okay, let me try again. If I could get the password. Sure, 2021 is this one. If I can't get it, I'll just do forgot password. Let me do Josh NGE. Okay, sorry. I'm kind of trying to reset the password. That is why you guys are not hearing me. Sorry, IJ. So I'm kind of stuck here trying to locate the place where uh yeah, thank you, Mr. Dan. Why is it not the same? So I'm in now. Let's look at it. So let's see if this GitHub account has what we're looking for. So save. Okay, this is, I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. Let's see. This is it. Mm. So Josh Pavers HTML structure. HTML structure. Not this one. This one is test project. HTML structure. I think this is it. HTML structure. This is it. So this is it. So let's first of all try with the sorry, the network is kind of bad here. So it's kind of coming low. Let's first of all try with the GitHub host, then GitHub page, then we'll try Vercel. Vercel, 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 Vercel again. Think we have done it before. If we have not done it, I don't know. Let's just try it. Login with GitHub. It might have issue if we have not done it before. But let's just try. So this is it. So now let's see. So let's see. Let me push and see. Git push everything up to date. Okay, no, no, no. Git add. I need to add it first. Git commit dash m. The message now. Compilation of the project. Just like giving it a complete name that will suit what I want to do. Okay. Git commit dash m. I just want to be sure it's committed. Uh, Let me see the same message. Okay, git. Okay. Git push. So let me push it now to everything up to date now. But added something now. And it's showing that I've added something. It's in pending changes. Let me see how many branches here. Okay. We can see we have already hosted this before on Vercel. We can see we already hosted this on Vercel. So this is the link of the project then when we hosted it on Vercel, but we did not complete it. But I will delete it now and host it again. But let's first of all push our code. And you see, once you push your code, you see that it will be updated here. But we'll delete it and host it again. And we'll also do the GitHub page. But let's first of all try to host it. So why is it not hosting? Because I deleted some stuff. So I need to let me create another branch. Git uh, checkout dash b uh, develop branch. Git add git commit dash yeah, git push dash u origin develop. So I have pushed now to develop. Once it is done pushing, I will go and merge it to main. I will show you guys how to merge now to main. Why is it not pushing? Because main is restricted and you don't just push anything to main. And now I've deleted some things. Pushing to main will wipe everything. So it's kind of trying to restrict me. So, but let's see. Let me refresh this page. But now that I've pushed to main, to just develop branch, you will see that nothing will be updated here. But once I merge it to the main, it will be updated. So now it's either you go through here, open pull request, or you can still come through here through the pull request and click on new pull request. The both of them are going to take you to the same page. Yeah, then you select develop on this right hand side, then click on create pull request, whichever one that suits you, fine. But make sure on this part, make sure you select the branch. Once you put this one, make sure this place is the branch you want to push your code to. Why this place is the branch you want to get the code from. That's why I select main. I want to get the code from main and push it to main. From develop and to push it to main. So let me go and also do this first one. The one that you can just come here, select here. Automatically it will select that you want to pull from develop and you want to push it to main. So once I do this one, it automatically creates that pull request for me. And now you can see I want to pull from develop and push it to main. That's what it's trying to tell us. So sometimes if you're working with a group, you can add the person as maybe your senior colleague as a reviewer to the project. Now you can just click on create pull request, whichever one that works for you. And once I merge, then we'll come back to this our Vercel to check. You see one important part with Vercel that is good. Watch what will happen. It will start building it for us. So you can see, now you see automatically what we have now is different from what we have before. You can see automatically I've posted it. So I can send somebody this link in London and the person will be able to open what we have now. So let me send the link now on the group on this chat. So somebody will be able to see what we have there. So, but because of the sake of that we are trying to redo all these things, I will delete it from my Vercel. I will do it again. I will build it again from scratch. So let me go to the project. So this was the project we were trying to, we just hosted now. So I will delete this project. So I'll come here and I'll come down to delete. So I'll copy this and paste it here, and I'll also copy this one. But this I should type exact words. There's no need of me typing. I'll just copy it and paste. Automatically we have deleted. So that link I just sent now will not work. Sorry for sending that, I forgot. Will not work again. So let's go to project. Let's add new project. So the project we want to add now is this one. So what if it's not here, maybe you want to add extra one that is not here, you click on this drop down and you click on add GitHub accounts. So now, like I said the other time, they will tell you to click on all
repository, but I don't really like using all repository because all repository now, once I click on all repository, any GitHub repository I create automatically will be on Verso, which is not really is not some of them some project I'm creating might not be for me, might be for somebody, and I would not really want it to occupy my space, the space I have on Verso. You know, it's a free stuff, and every free stuff has a limited time. So that's why I always like choosing only selected site. So I'll come here and click on selected site. But now currently you've already selected it, which is this one. So if I cancel it, unless I cancel it, so I can select it again. Uh, Let me save it. Automatically it's there already. So let me save it so that it will not be here. So you can see it's not here. So let me add it again. Let's add it now to. So I'll click here and you can see this is it, and I'll add it. So automatically I've added it. So now let's host it. How are we going to host it? We'll click on it, import. So now automatically what we want to host is HTML. So you first of all come and look for HTML sites. You will see different kind of stuff. You will see different kind of stuff. Well, since we don't know, since we is HTML is not here, direct HTML CSS site is not here. We just click on this others. Anyone that is not there, just click on others. It will automatically deploy it for you. So I'll click on deploy. So sometimes you might have, sorry, I've posted that saying it to you. But okay. I think we'll have to do this again. Let's do it again. So automatically I've hosted it. You can see it now like that. I've hosted it and I can continue to dashboard to see my sites. So this is it. But let's delete it. There's something I wanted to show us. That is why I paused. So let's delete it and host it again. Let's delete it and host it again. So let's host it again. Add new projects. There's something that is important that you need to know, which is this stuff. Now when the main reason why I'm leaving it like this dot slash is because my index.html is at the root folder. So dot slash means I will get to this index.html, which is the first page of my site. Now, some persons might go and push their own site and put this index.html inside a folder. With that, you can't use dot slash. You have to edit and locate where it is. Are you getting me? And locate where you want. But me, I already know that I need to, since it's an HTML site, I need to leave a, even if you want to host on Netlify, if you don't leave your index.html as what, let's say your first page, index.html on your root folder, not inside a, a folder or not inside asset or something, you might not get it right. On Netlify, automatically you have to leave it that way. Right? And we said they have updated it because it has been long I use Netlify. So you can see that is very, very important. So mine now you can see that it is here. So this dot slash means I will locate, it's locating this index.html. So I can go to deploy. If your own is not locating it, you will not see your site. It might deploy, you host everything, but your site will not come to life. Just like the way you are seeing my own now. just like the way you are seeing my own. So let me copy this and send it again to us. Think okay, it's secreted the same endpoint for us. I think so. Let me just send it. So this is it. I sent it on the chat. So let me see send it on our group chat. So I've sent it on our group chat. So with this now we have succeeded in hosting this and the responsive view is there, everything is there. So let's try and see if we can do GitHub page. So we'll come to settings. Let's see. Because of that dot slash index.html, we can still do it here also. We can still do it here also. So just come here and you can see pages. So pages, we already hosted it before. So let's see if it will give us. You can see it's updated already. You can see it's updated. GitHub page has already updated its own. So you can see. But GitHub page, basically, I think it's for one page stuff. So I don't really know. I've not used it before, like for long. Like I've not used it for multiple pages, but you can still try it. If it works for you, fine. If it works for you, then you are good to go with what you have. So this is it. So you can just come here, select your main the branch you want to host from, and boom, and you refresh. That is all. I don't think you need to do this aspect. It will be done for you automatically. So make sure you make this your roots. Don't go to docs. Make it roots. And that is all for it, this one. So as succeeded in hosting this. So let's. There's nothing we can do on this again. So guys, so let's look who's the second class. Once we host the second class, we look for a project. Might start it today, we might not start it today, whichever one we do. Fine. Maybe we might build a nav bar or structure on today. There is still time. So it's just to host this that we are. So now let's first of all look at the GitHub that it is located. So I'll do git remote dash v. So I want to see the GitHub is located at. So it's located at my own GitHub. So we have been pushing to my own GitHub. Okay, we can still push to this one using SSH key. So we can still push to this one rather than blocking my main GitHub file. So we can just still push to this one. Okay, using SSH keys here. Using SSH is here. So let's just push to this one also. This one will be where we'll be hosting them. There's no need of me creating in my own major GitHub. So git and let me add it and push it to that place. So I will update it. Git add, git commit, and season total projects. Let me update the GitHub. So everything is there. Git push. Let me see what's the name. Origin main. Let me push there to update everything that concerns it. So had it been I've deleted something that is in main, I can't push because it will restrict my belief. So except I force it. Except I force it, it will push. So automatically now we have updated this. So it's having the latest push now. So now let's host it. Let's host it. I push directly to main.
So you can see, so let's host it. Let's see if we have it here on our Vaso. So let me see. We don't have it here, so I need to import it. I need to import it using SSH. So let's import it. So I will select it using SSH. Okay, this is it. Then I'll save it. So I will host it now. You can see my index.html is here. My index.html is here. So that is the first thing I need to check. It's always there. So if it's not there, I need to change the location where it is. I need to change the location. I need to find where it is and use it. Maybe I did not name my own index. If you did not name your own index.html, it will be showing here what you name it. Then you choose where it is and host it. But what I have is okay for me. So I'll just host this now. So it's building now. It's building. Once it's done building, automatically you will see it that it's done building. So it's done building now. It's just kind of trying to get the site for us. You can see, boom, this our site is live now. So you can see what we have done is live. So you can see it. This is what we did last class. This was our last project we built. And you can see with the responsive view is working and it is here. So I'll just take it now and share it also for you guys to see. So I've sent it at the comment and I'll send it to the group. Send it to the group. So this is it now. So I've sent it to the group. So we can also check if the for the GitHub pages. So you can just come here, click on this settings, scroll down to pages. If we don't have it on pages, okay, we don't have any link on pages. So what are we going to do? First of all, you have to select the branch. So I want to use main branch. I'm not using any other branch. Automatically, I will click on save. So once I click on save, you will see that it's kind of building for us. Everything is working fine. So this is it. Everything is working fine. So there is nothing to add. Custom domain. You can maybe write your domain rather than allowing me to give you a domain. So I will just refresh the page. Wait for it. GitHub pages is designed. GitHub page is designed to host personal organization or personal projects for GitHub. Yeah, that is what we said we want. Yeah, everything is okay. So let's just wait a little while. It's coming. Uh, custom domain language to your server to github.io. That's no, we don't want a custom domain. Let me refresh it again. Sometimes it takes time. Okay, it's here now. You can see it. So I'll just visit the site. So automatically you can see this our GitHub page and it's here. So that is what we need to do. I'll send it again. That is just all we need to do to get our GitHub page hosted. So this is all about hosting. And if you still want more knowledge on that, you can still visit our previous classes. I believe I taught you guys how to connect your GitHub to your project, both with HTTP and both with HTTP and with SSH, how to do so. I taught you guys that. So if you are still finding it difficult, you can either go to our previous class or you can still better still chat me up. Then I will walk you through again if I have time on how to do that. So guys, we are good to go on these aspects. So for those that are finding it hard to host but have linked their GitHub and their Verso to their GitHub, they have logged into their Verso with their GitHub, it's going to be easy for them to do their hosting. Verso is also good. Render too is also good. I thought you guys how to use render, I believe so. But just that render is basically used for web server basically used for web server like Node.js and others. So if you are hosting on Render, you are going to find it a little bit difficult, but it's not really a hard thing to do. I believe I made mention of it. Why? I believe check our previous class on how to host or render. That day we were trying to do all the hosting aspect. I think I thought about, I can still remember I thought about it on how to host or render also. So let's just build something. Let's look for what we are going to do now. So we are done hosting this site. So let's close it. We are done. Let's go to the third project. We are done with this. So let's go to our third project. So let me go to W3 School. I showed you guys two single page websites we are planning to do. But put in mind, after this project, there will be an assessment that you will be graded. You will be expected to build your portfolio within a specific period of time, which will supervise when you submit. So templates. So I told you guys about two sites. I told you guys about this. About this. Did I told you, okay, let me just be sure. I told you guys about this. I think about this also. Yeah, these are the twice I can still remember. I told you guys, but we are just going to pick one. Which I don't really know the one I'm going to pick for you guys. I don't really know the one I want to pick for you guys. But if you are following us through on this class, you can just pick one. This one is easy to build. Let me see if you're following us through. Let's go with this one. I think it's look like what we have done before. So I'll just rush the nav bar with what we have. So it looks like what we have done before. So thinking of going with this one. This one also is still okay. Uh, okay, this one will be a little bit trickish. This one will be easy. So what I will do, this should be an assessment together with the catering website. So this will be an assessment that will be submitted. So I will create the assessment. So you guys will go and pick it and do it, which will be submitted soon. So let me just take this one that is going to be the main reason I'm taking this one because of the footer. You can see the way the footer is and this aspect. So we can just do it together and get it done. So, but otherwise, let me see. What are you guys saying? Nobody is saying anything on the chat. So since nobody is saying anything on the chat, we can just take this one. I want to take this one because of you guys. So you guys will take one. So I'll send this one. This the nav bar is the same thing that like what we have done. You can see it seems like what we have done. So you guys will build it and host it. I'll send it to the group as an assessment that you have to pick to conclude this one. So I'll create the assessment and you guys will do it and submit it. But notwithstanding, I will send it to the group as an assessment. You guys will build this for me. So I will know that I have sent it. So anytime I see it, so I will not forget because I can forget sometimes. Once I leave here now, I have other work to do. Assessments, assignments, assignments, project assessment, project assignments, project assignments, project assignments, you a single page websites and host it with any hosting platform you know. Let me just say build and host this single page website with any platform you know. So this is it. So let me just copy it and so you guys will do that for me. Don't be scared, it's not going to be hard. So let's start with this one. So what I'm going to do for this one now, I'm just going to try and see if we can build a nav bar. Then we'll build this in our next class and probably this. Then our last class next week, we will now do the remaining and do the responsiveness and host it. So we have little time. Let's just do the nav bar. If possible, this is not really hard. This section is not really hard. It's just one section. I will do and just like we have been doing now. It's just one. Then we'll do the rest. We'll just use flex wrap. Now you are done. So let's just start. So we are going to create a the third assessment, new projects folder, third. So what is happening? Okay. Let's do the hard one. Uh So you are saying the CSS of the second one is more complicating than Agbo. Are you saying the CSS of the second one is more complicating? Let me know. Or the first one. Is this one more complicating than this one? Or whichever one? Let me see know what you are saying. Let me wait for you to reply me. Daniel, which one are you talking about? Okay. So, Mr. Daniel, which one is more complicating? Okay, you say the first one is more complicating. Uh, the first one is not more complicating. Like, if you look at it, the first one is straightforward. Like, when you get to this point, there is something I did not teach you guys. You can still build one section like this. And when you come here, you can see the same section. What you just need to do, there is, okay, I taught you guys actually, it's what we call row reverse to reverse it. We can reverse the row. So I believe this is not really complicating. If we still have time, we might still do it. This is not really complicating. If you look at it clearly, you already know how to build a hero section. So the main reason I'm leaving this is because for you guys is because we have actually done something like this. We have done the form. If you look at it clearly, we have done the form already. You don't really need to make it, you don't really need to make it look, all you just need to do is to use calendar. That is date calendar. This is just normal dates. Just put input type. Like instead of you to input type, just put date time. Then just use date time. I think so. Just check, you will see it. So this is just basically number. So try this one. I believe the main reason I'm leaving is because we have done the nav bar, we have done something like the this section. So I want to see if you guys can try it out. So I believe it should be really good for you guys to try this one out. This one is not really tough. Like you said, it's true. This one is not really tough. But I've already sent it to the group. So let's just leave it like that. So thank you, Mr. Daniel, for that observation. I seriously appreciate. So we have opened up our third section. So let me open it on. So this is our third section. The first thing I need to do is to start to create my structure. So I don't really need to start rushing, but I really need to start looking out for my structure. So how will I create my structure? How will the structure come about? So let me create my HTML file first. Index dot HTML. So and let me, so with this, let me first of all count my structure. So first and foremost, this first I'll be getting is my nav bar. So I'll come down here and put my nav bar. The so that is one. So the next section I'll be getting is this full section. Both this one and this one, they are both one section. Then plus the bottom pagination, all is both one. So I will tag it as one big section. Then I will get to this about and down to this point as one also. So automatically I have four. So this is the footer, four section. So now if you don't choose your structure very well, it's going to affect you when it comes to responsiveness. Now, but if you choose your structure perfectly, when it comes to responsiveness, you will not stress yourself building a responsive view. Your responsive view will already be looking at you. This is me. What do you want? You get. So, but if you don't build it in a most proper way, you will not really get that done. So let's start with the nav bar. And if we have time, maybe we might do this section. Even if we don't complete it, this is 9:23. So let's start with the nav bar. So the nav bar, we have this, we have this, we have this. So this, automatically, this is a three-column nav bar. This is a what? A three-column nav bar. So we are going to look at for the three-column nav bar. So let me just copy this in. So I'll create my assets page. So inside my assets page, I will create images, icons. So I've created images and icons. So I'll paste that icon here. So automatically I have my icon. So let me go to my code now. So this is a three column nav bar. So what we are going to do, we are going to create image, img, sorry, src. So I just going to enter one, sits down, asset and index.html in the same so on the same directory. So I'm going to enter into icons and I'm done getting my icon. So I'm going to use H3 for the middle item. H3. So my food. Then the last one is meal. I'm going to copy the same thing. So this is it now. So we have, if you look at our own code, so let's go live. So you can see where it is. So let's create our style folder, new folder style. So let me So I've created my style. So let me link my style with my index.html. So I'm going to link it now. So this is it. I've linked my style with my so I've linked my style with my HTML. So the next thing we are going to do now is we are just going to go straight to start customizing the navbar. So we are just going to go straight to customize the navbar. So okay, Mr. Daniel, thank you too. Thank you too, Mr. Daniel. So let's see what we have. Okay. Now the next we are going to do is start writing our CSS. But remember, before you start writing your CSS, there's one thing we need to write in our CSS is what our universal style. Remember, don't forget this to break down every extensive padding and margin in your browser. So box sizing, mother box. So with this, if you look at it now, you can see it's going to the end. But before we did not have this, this was not going to the end. So let me show you again. If we remove it, you will see there is extensive. So if we say that the browser itself has, so we have collapsed it. So the next thing we are going to do also now is to know the uh the fonts. That is I like using this to know the fonts that so you can see the fonts. So you can see the font. This is the font. So let's go and locate the font in Google Fonts. If we don't see the font, we are going to. So this is the font. So you can automatically, the font is here. So what we are going to do, I don't want to download this. Okay, there is no font family added now. So we can see, let's get the font for ourselves. So I have the font now. So I'm going to copy this and paste it inside my HTML. So automatically I've added the font. So I'm going to copy this also and go to my CSS body. And so every font automatically will now have these fonts. So you can see the font is now looking similar with this font. You can see. So let's automatically start styling it. So I'll call this navbar class nav. So once I call this nav, I'm going to go and style it. Display flex to take all of them in a row. Display flex. So if I use display flex, all of them will be in a row. You can see them in a row now. Then I will do align item center. So it's not that it will be lining on top again, to be at the middle. Everything will be lining towards the middle. So I will do justify content space between, so that automatically I've created my three column navbar space between. Automatically my three column navbar is done. So what I need to do now is to reduce the image of the navbar. So rather than writing on that CSS, since there's only one image inside the navbar, I'm going to do a nested styling. I'm going to do a nested styling on this. Nested styling img. So now what will I do on this? I'm going to reduce the width and height 20 200 pixel ps height 200 px. So automatically, let's see, this is too much. Let's use 90. 90 is too much. Let's use 50. 50 is too much. Let's use 30. Let's just use 40. Okay, we are using 40 now. So the next thing we are going to do now is to make it be the way it is. So let's first of all style our H3. H3. Font size. Font size 24 pixel. Line height 36 pixel. Color black. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's continue. Then font width. Font width 400. So whichever one again, nothing is left. So the style is the same thing. So let's see our own. So you can see it's looking pretty the same. So now let's push it to the middle. Let's create our nav bar properly. So I'm going to look at this, the spacing. So let's exit this. So let me come here and do padding. Padding. So my up and down padding for my nav bar, will just use 30 pixel. And then the left and right, I'll use 150 pixel. So I'll use border to see how it is. 1 pixel solid red. And so you can see it's not really looking good. Mine is too big. So I'll reduce this to 20. I'll see. Think it's the same thing now. Okay, little bit. So you reduce it to 15. And let's see. Yeah, it's the same thing now. So, but the side aspect is not really the same thing. Okay, this is kind of smaller. So let's say the width is 20, 20, 70. So 20 is not really good. 40, 70. So I think this is okay, but really long. So I'm going to reduce it to 60. Let's see. I'm going to make this 30. Let's see. I'm going to reduce it now to 50. Let's see. Yep. 40. Let's see. 45. Let's see. Yep. I think this is okay. This is okay for what we are looking for. So, but I don't think the side is okay. The side is not really okay. So let's elongate it again to 200, 180. Let's see. Yeah, 180. Let's see. Let's make it 200. Okay, we are kind of far away. 180. So we are still a little bit far. 160. So this is okay for us. Let's remove this. So the next we are going to add is fix position fixed. So if we add position fixed, we need to add 100% with 100%. So we need to add top 0. So with this, we have added our top 0. And what else do we need to add? So guys, I think we need to stop here in our today's class. We are done with the nav bar. This is the nav bar we are looking for. You can see it is the same thing. So we are done with the nav bar. All we need to do is to go to the next project. So guys, this is what we have for today. And by God's grace, by next week, we'll be completing this project. So that means January, by February, we'll be entering another project. Probably we'll be entering JavaScript by February. So get prepared for JavaScript. So if you have not been pushing, start pushing for JavaScript also. Thank you guys for joining today's class. I seriously appreciate your comments. So we'll have time for discussion now. So you guys, if you have any questions to ask about the number we just did or anything you want to ask now. We have we still have like 18 minutes to 19 minutes to go. So but if you guys don't ask, we have no choice than to end the class. But you guys have time now to ask any question. So Daniel asks, please, during your padding, how did you accurately predict what to use? Okay, behind the scene, what you guys did not see, I was trying to manage this the like if it's what is it called? If it's Figma, the lines will be telling you the amount that is there. But what I did behind the scene that you guys were not looking at me, I was trying to use my hand to measure the spacing. So I think I have told you the magic I did. And so I was trying to use my hand to measure the spacing. So after putting 200, I measured it. I noticed that mine was far away. So trying to use my hand to compare the both of them. So theirs is small on this point, but I had to see that yes, we are on the same page. So Daniel, menu, I think it has having options. Maybe I don't get. Can you ask your question? Uh, Menu, I think is having options. Okay, they click it for the menu or what? Maybe is it the clicking for the menu? So then if I've answered the question, fine. If I have not, you can see tell me I have not. But what I did was use my hand to measure the spacing. Since this is not Figma, if it's Figma, I don't really need to. I just need to hold Alt and click on that environment. It will automatically tell me the spacing around it. So, Mr. Toby, can you react to your question? Menu, I think it is having options. Okay, for this aspect, yes, the menu is having options. Yes, yes. It's having options. But one thing we can't do in CSS is to have an on click. You can see that is why I don't want to do it. The only thing we can do on CSS is to have a hover function, a hovering function, but we can't do a clicking function. Though we can do this with a hovering function, but basically what activates this, that is why what activates this is JavaScript. That is why when it comes to web design, CSS gives the beauty, JavaScript gives the interaction, the interactivity of the website. This is basically an interaction. An interaction. If I click, you do this. It's an interaction. I think that is what you want to ask, Toby. Okay, yes, you have answered my question, Mr. Daniel. I also install Google Fonts extension on my PC, but it is not giving me as much parameter as yours. It is only telling the name of the font. So you can use what I'm doing. Just go to, I don't really like installing it. I prefer using it like this. Because if you install it on your PC, if you host it, it will not take the installed aspect on your PC to the hosted environment. So if you are hosting it, your phone will be still be lost. You get. If you host it, just like we hosted on Vaso, if you host it, you will see all your phones will go because you are installing it on your PC. So what I did was to add the link. So no matter where they are taking the file of my website to, maybe they let them take it to Jupyter. it's attached. The Google font is automatically attached to the site. So once your project is building, your project automatically go to the link provided on there and pull the fonts and add it together. So if I go to my website now, if I visit the website, it automatically pulls the font for me and add it before pre-filling or after pre-filling a new one, depending on your most times on your network. And that is why sometimes when you when you open a site, you might see the fonts start and later you see the fonts change. And that's beauty. So that is why, because of we added it on as a link. So it's going to pull itself. So I believe I answered your question, Mr. Daniel. You installing. Okay. Mr. Toby said yes. So I believe I've answered your question uh on the Google Fonts. So just try to use the pattern we are using on the Google Fonts. It's more preferable adding the link of the Google Fonts or adding it to your CSS. But why is it not preferable me adding it to my CSS? Because I might have different CSS for that particular website. So I need to be adding it into all of them. Same as pages, sha, but when you get to React, you'll be having just one uh, root page. Okay, Mr. Daniel say yes, I've answered this question. Okay. So is there any other question we have, maybe not related to this one or related to previous classes? What we are planning to do, maybe this Saturday or next Saturday, we will have a section for question and answering where you guys can answer your question, ask your question, we can answer it. So if there's any other question you guys have, you guys can say it so we can go forward or we are done for the day. If there are no questions, think we are good to go for today's class. Thank you guys for joining. I seriously appreciate your joining of in today's class. I think we have to do some other projects. Once we are done with this, we'll do another one so you guys will be clear with this. Okay, thank you, Mr. Daniel. So thank you guys. Thank you guys.